Hey y'all, welcome to Open House, coming to you from my house. I do appreciate you guys finding us on Teams, taking the time to participate in Open House, even though we're doing it a little differently. I'm Chris Couch, sixth grade computer guy. All right, so I know you can pause this video at any time to go back and read this as I'm rambling over it. But thinking about students coming in from elementary school and then how different and grown up and mature they are when they're eighth grade and they're leaving us. This quote is kind of where I would like to think that I fit into that 3-year journey they're taking. Technology is moving so quickly. There's no way I can keep up with that as far as the skills. They're always reinvented. Something new is always coming out. So my ambitious goal is to allow them to use technology to become problem solvers. I can't even anticipate the problems they're going to come up against. So how do we teach them to use technology to think and to question things? It's a big goal, but that's what I hope we're going to do this year. So hey, I'm sorry we're online and you're at your house tonight, but you don't have to worry about accidentally putting your hand up underneath a middle school table. So I tease all the kids all the time about the fact that yes, one, middle school is weird, but two, the internet's the other super weird place. So if you think about it, my classroom is more than likely the weirdest place on campus. It's where middle school and the internet intersect all the time. We try to make amazing, neat, weird, goofy projects. Not all the students are into that all the time, but I try to come up with as many creative things for them to express some of that goofiness. So, class curriculum. Everybody asks, well, what's this computer class about? And I really try to make it about the students. I have no idea what they're into or what they like. And odds are at 11 and 12 years old, neither do the students. So I try to cover as many things as I can, as quickly as I can, to see if I can find what that one individual student loves. Maybe they hate coding. We'll do a 2 or 3 week section on coding. And at the end of it, they'll know how to do it. But more importantly, they're going to learn, is this something I enjoy doing? Or is this something that just isn't for me? Well, if coding isn't for you, then maybe the 3D AutoCAD house building projects are more for you. Or maybe you like stop motion animation. Maybe you like the movie making that we do. So I really try to throw as much stuff at them as possible, trying to find out what they're interested in. So I don't want to come out and claim that this is a class that should be a easy A or B, but guess what? This class should be an easy A or B class for all students. If they do the work, if they put in the effort, they'll see the results. If you're seeing grades kind of in that 75 or 50 range in focus, they're either missing huge parts of the project or they just haven't done it. I don't put zeros in the grade book. My philosophy is as soon as you do that, students are so mathematically, it's almost so impossible to recover. They still failed the assignment. They still got a 50, but there's some hope that if they turn these projects in, that they can pull themselves out of the hole. So if you ever see a 75 or a 50, it's missing major pieces. They can always go back and redo work if they're not happy with the grade. That's for all my students. I always take late work. I'll always give you full credit for it. I'm more concerned that you got the work done, that you learned what I wanted to teach you, than trying to teach you a lesson on, well, you turned it in late, so I'm not going to take it. That's Yes, I understand the value of being on time, but they're also 11 and 12 years old, and they've gone from maybe 2 teachers to 7 all the time. And we need to prioritize ELA, math, science, and social studies. And sometimes, there's just a lot going on in life, and they get a little off track. Don't we all sometimes? So my goal is to teach them um, to actually come up with a plan to communicate to teachers, communicate with me, with you. Hey, I know I'm behind. Here's my plan, and I can get myself into a better situation. One of the big things we're going to start here pretty soon is studying for industry certification exams. So these tests are absolutely free to students, and these are very similar to courses that are offered at the community college level. Sometimes you'll see if you sign up for a class, it's asking, do you want to take the course and get the 3 credit hours, or are you looking for a certification? And this is those other certifications. So we're going to be studying things like cybersecurity, Microsoft Office type um, coverages as far as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, multimedia, all kinds of things, online gaming. So students can study for this information. They'll have access to it at home. And this doesn't necessarily count for high school credit, but what it does if they're applying for, let's say, the ACE program at Fletcher High or the early college program at Sandalwood, you can put that together as a part of your application process and say, look what I was able to do in 6th grade. If I can do this in 6th grade, just think about all the amazing things I can do in high school and afterwards. So there'll be more information coming home soon with students about this. It's a great opportunity for students to earn these major certifications that adults are earning. Email contact's probably going to be the easiest way to get in touch with me this year. I have a Remind, but I'll be honest, I want the majority of school communication between yourselves and teachers to be those core classes, ELA, math, science, social studies. If you're having to hear from the computer teacher every day, it becomes a little information overload. So my email's down at the bottom. Here's what I'm going to suggest. I'm not trying to cut parents out of the loop at all. But if there's something going on in focus, I'd really like to turn the conversation and have your students lead that conversation. And you may need to sit next to them on the computer and kind of help them along. But I'd like the email to come from the students, but to add you in the CC so that the 3 of us are on the same page, and have them ask the questions. Hey, Mr. Couch, I'm sorry I was late, but I turned in, the zombie survival guide in Teams. Can you please go back and grade it? And if that comes from them, they'll feel more comfortable and confident as we move into high school and then later on in life as far as communicating when there's a problem. And aren't there always problems in life? Really what we're looking for are solutions. So my hope is to take students from, kind of concerned and nervous and weird feeling about grades and giving them confidence just to have that conversation. So if you guys could help me out with that, that would be amazing. And that's it. I know I rambled. I'm coming up on 9 minutes. Thanks for joining me. Y'all have a good night.